Ah, the movie theater. One of humanity's strangest inventions. Going to watch a highly anticipated movie in a room full of strangers, all the while the smell of feet and synthetic butter linger in the air and into your nostrils. But it's also kind of a wonderful place to go to hang out with friends, go on a first date, and best of all, get intergalactically baked. So without further ado, my fellow stoners, this is the time I went to the movies baked. Alright, now this story actually happened kind of recently. It happened this year. So in this story, me and James had planned to go to the movies and smoke. We had planned to go see the 10 p.m. showing for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, so that way we would also be in the Multiverse of Madness because of how baked we were gonna be. Pretty smart idea. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I thought this story took place back in like February, but I searched up the Doctor Strange release date, and it was actually in May, so I guess this was a lot more recent than I thought. Anyways, so we get to the mall where the movies are, and I open up my bag to get my wallet. Not only did I find my wallet, but I also found a beer. I pull it out of my bag and was going to offer it to James, but before I could even say anything, this dude grabs it and stabs it with his key and proceeds to shotgun it. Yo. This dude was wasting absolutely no time on intoxicating himself. So we go into the mall, and right across the movie theater, there is a dollar store. So me and James, not wanting to spend $35 on a drink and popcorn, decide to hit up this dollar store and sneak in a shit ton of snacks. So after buying the snacks, we buy our tickets and go find a seat, and we set up shop. After we do so, me and James were going to take turns going into the bathroom and hitting his dab pen. So James went first and took his hit. He returns about 2 minutes later looking pretty baked. Then he passes me the dab pen, and now it's my turn to go to the bathroom. So I walk into the bathroom and go into a stall and lock myself in. I had decided I wanted to get Kamehameha baked today. So I decided to take not one, but 2 blinkers on max voltage. At this point, I think it goes without saying that I was pretty high. Now, I don't know what the fuck was going through my head, but as I'm about to leave the bathroom, I for some reason think to myself, third time's the charm, thinking that a third hit would get me to the perfect amount of high. So I go back into my stall, take another blinker, and now at this time I exit the bathroom for real this time. As I walk into the theater, I see that there's nobody in there and that the lights are on. I have a mini panic attack and walk out of the theater and realize I walked into the wrong theater. It was at this moment that I knew I was so much higher than I wanted to be. As I walk into the correct movie theater this time, I go to my seat and look at James. I look at his eyes, and trust me, this dude was blasted. But he still was not as high as I was. You know when your friend is fried out of your mind but still super relaxed? Well, that was James. Me, I was the complete opposite. I will admit that I very much wanted to go home and sleep, but I did not. Usually, when I'm way too high, I eat some snacks and I feel better. So as the movie starts, I grab some of the popcorn we had bought from the dollar store. This shit was so salty, it made me feel worse somehow. It actually burned my tongue and lips. So I put the popcorn down and decided to open the Coke that I bought. That definitely helped with the saltiness, so I drank more of it. Then I felt something at the back of my throat. Now usually what I would do is hack it up, but the only problem was that this was a movie theater that was packed with so many people. I then come to the realization that what's stuck at the back of my throat is a popcorn kernel skin, and it's going to be irritating me for the next hour and a half. So about what felt like 15 minutes later, I look at the time on my phone, only for it to be at max brightness, which was awful. Turns out it had already been an hour at this point. Okay, only an hour left, I thought. Now this is when time really started to slow down. Around this time I started to relax a little. I looked at the screen and it was a super intense battle scene, which obviously made the theater very noisy, and I was so high I could feel the vibration of the speaker, but inside my body. That made me somehow feel really uncomfortable but relaxed at the same time. And then everything went black. I opened my eyes back up to see popcorn all over my pants and James standing up and saying, "Alright, let's go." As I look around, I see the end credits rolling and the theater lights are on. I had fallen asleep. If I'm being honest, I was still super high, but not as high as I was before. And as I look back, I think James was just as high as I was. So me and James leave the theater and decide to go to the Walmart that was across the mall. We each picked out a Lego set, and after that, we went to the Tim Hortons on the other side of the parking lot, ate in there, wondering what the fuck happened. I'm not joking. I don't remember a single thing from the movie apart from that there was some really annoying little girl. That is it. Anyway, so after this, we bus to our separate houses, we get on Xbox, and we build Lego together, still high as a kite. I think this comment is so unbelievably accurate. Everybody needs a James. Is there anything else to say? Nope, that's the end of the video. That's it. Wait a minute. 3,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. This is awesome. I think I said this in a previous video, but I have tried YouTube on so many different channels, and it's finally amazing to see growth. I'm really happy that you guys decide that, I'm actually worth your time. Anyways, thank you guys so much. I love you all, and to all of my lovely subscribers,